Guys, what's going on? Coach Frank here at the Critical Bench Compound. And in today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about bodybuilding lower body warm-ups that you can do before lifting weights. And I think it's important we pay attention to a couple of the words that I used here in this introduction to this video. We're talking about bodybuilding or hypertrophy muscle-centric training warm-ups. So things that you would do before getting into your workout. So first and foremost, guys, if you are powerlifting, training for athletic sports, endurance races, marathons, video's not for you. We appreciate you guys. We love you. Check back in on the next one. This is for you guys out there that are utilizing resistance training, strength training, hypertrophy training to build more muscle. And this is what you will do on your leg training or on your lower body workout days. So there's a few things I want to make sure that we avoid doing. So I'm going to talk about those first, then we'll get into some of the theory and logic behind why we want to utilize this type of warm-ups into our workouts. And I'll walk you guys through a couple different movement examples. A couple things we want to avoid though, if we're looking to build muscle, if we're looking to utilize resistance training with the goal of building maximum muscle, is before our workouts, we don't want to be doing static stretching. Here's why, guys. When we're training muscles, when we're trying to build muscles, what are we doing through our exercise? What are we doing through our movements? We're contracting muscle, guys, right? Absolutely. That's how you build bigger muscles, is you take the muscle, you run it through a contraction with an added load of resistance behind that movement. So if what we're doing in the workout is contracting muscles, why would we not use our warm-up to practice or warm up contractions? And that's why stretching is not a good thing. Stretching is the complete opposite of a contraction. With a stretch, you lengthen the muscle. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's not a good thing to prime your body to do before you walk into the goal of trying to contract the muscles. Another thing you want to avoid doing is you want to avoid foam rolling. I see people do this all the time at the gym that I train at. Not here at the compound, but at my other gym that I go to regularly in the commercial gym. Same logic, same theory behind it, guys. If our goal with the workout is to take our body through contractions, running it through foam rolling where you're breaking the muscle fibers up is contradictory to what you're trying to do within the workout. So our theory and logic or our intention should be that in our warm-ups, let's take our muscles through contractions, right? So that's what we're gonna walk you guys through, a couple different movements you can be doing. Now, obviously with your lower body, guys, is before you get into any of this, make sure your lower body is warmed up and primed, okay? Get on a bike. Get on a spin bike, 5-10 minutes, put a little bit of resistance behind it. Maybe walk on a treadmill, maybe do 5 minutes on a step mill. Just get the joints moving, get the blood flowing through the muscles. Now don't exhaust yourself. I'm not telling you to do 30 minutes of cardio before you lift weights. Not a good idea either. Okay, but you wanna get those joints primed. You wanna get the muscles moving. You wanna get things firing throughout the entire lower body. So bike, treadmill, elliptical, stepper, before doing any of these exercises. Now, once again, guys, let's remind ourselves of what our goal is with the workout. If we're trying to build muscle, we need to be able to contract our muscles under a load. So our warm-ups are gonna be taking our body through contractions without any load. I'm gonna start here with a squat, guys, because whether you're doing squats, leg press, hack squats, every leg muscle is gonna have a squat, or every leg workout is gonna have a squat type of movement through it. It could be a leg press, it could be a hack squat, it could be a lunge, but the movement in and of itself is the same. So one of the first things that we can do, guys, is let's just warm up, let's just feel a squat move. So get a nice, little bit beyond shoulder width stance apart. Due to some of my, limited range of movement that I have in my hips and knees, I have to go a little bit wider with my stance here. If you can squat neutral, it's completely up to you. But whatever your squat stance is when you have a bar on your back, that's what you want to be warming up and doing in the warm up. And all we're going to do, guys, is break at the hips and knees at the same time. And I just want to sit here. I want to feel what it feels like to sit, but with my muscles contracted. I'm not just loosey and goosey, I'm fully contracted. Like if someone were to try to push me, you can't, okay? Now to contract and get out of this, I don't want to just stand up, okay? That's not really doing anything for my muscles. So get back down here in the squat. A really good cue, guys, is in the eccentric part. So as you're going down, think about if there was a band attached to the top of or the bottom of your glutes here. So if there was something attached to my glutes and the ground, imagine it's pulling me down. So I just got pulled down. I didn't sit, I got pulled down by the ground itself attached to my glutes. Now from this position, what I wanna do is instead of standing up, I wanna intently think about pushing the floor away. And it's in the act of pushing the floor away that you recruit all those muscles in your glutes, hamstrings, quads. Everything has to get recruited in order to push your body away as if you're pushing a leg press sled. So one more time, guys. Engage core, standing upright, controlling my breathing. Heart rate is calm, cool, and collected. From my glutes, I'm gonna feel the floor pull me down. I'm gonna stop. I could sit here all day if I wanted to. And instead of standing up, I'm gonna push the floor away. Now you wanna add some resistance to that. You wanna take that to the next step. We can add some resistance to it. So with a resistance band, I can imagine I'm hold it like a goblet squat here. Same thing. From the floor, my glutes are gonna pull me down. From here, push the floor away. Guys, just pause this video and do that right now and comment down there below if you feel everything in your legs fire up in that movement. Now I wanna take you through just a couple kind of hip opening movements. Like I said, guys, we're not really gonna do a lot of static stretching, but if you're somebody like me, maybe you spent a lot of years trying to put on a lot of size, maybe you have some tight hips. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get ourselves here in, I guess what would be a modified lunge position. So knee over ankle, slightly behind the toe, everything is fully lined, back leg, straight line from here to the bottom. And all I wanna do is I wanna focus on bending at the hip, really opening up, squeezing this back glute, really open up this front hip, knees driving slightly over the toe here. I'm feeling the stretch here, and this quad, this hip, this glute, this hamstring. So front leg, quad, hamstring, back leg, hip and glute. It's a really short movement. We're not looking to get here and hold, we're looking to run ourselves through the movement. To balance everything out, switch legs. Once again, front knee over the ankle, slightly behind the toe, straight line from my hip down to my knee. So drive forward, front quad, hamstring activate, back glute, back hip and glute turn on. Now after doing obviously the treadmill and the bike, your lower legs are gonna get slightly warmed up. I advise most everybody though, just to further and work on that ankle mobility, is maybe just do a set of 15, 20 body weight calf raises. Hold on, don't need to hold on, put your hands in the air, clap 3 times, doesn't matter. What we're focused on once again is getting some blood flowing through those calves, working on that ankle mobility, just making sure nothing is cranky, nothing is screaming at us as we're moving. And honestly guys, I don't need to tell you this, but you know your body better than I do. If you have injuries, if you have things that you've been struggling with, things that you've been working through in the past, this warm-up should serve as a sign to kind of bring some of those things to light. If you catch something that kind of feels off a little bit, don't be an idiot. Don't fight through it, don't push through it. Listen to your body, okay? If something doesn't feel good today, that's okay. Take some time, relax, recover, and then come back. I wanna show you guys one more here for the backside here, for a posterior chain. Okay, a lot of things that we've done here is just we're just taking movements and we're simulating them without any real resistance. So for our glutes and hamstrings, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a deadlift variation. So I'm gonna need to double up on this to make this a little bit thicker. But here, we've all done a deadlift, okay, whether it's a straight leg, whether it's an RDL. So I'm gonna turn to the side here. So as we stand straight, to warm up the deadlift, I'm gonna drive my hips back and then bring those forward as I come up to the top. And on the way up, I'm feeling glutes, hamstrings, fire. I had a mentor one time tell me way back in the beginning of my bodybuilding career, if you can't learn to contract a muscle without a weight, you haven't earned the right to put load behind it. So that's why I believe it's so important for us to spend some time at the beginning of our workouts, teaching our body what it feels like to feel muscles contracted, taking our body through those movements, fully utilizing full ranges of motion. Because at the end of the day, guys, if our goal is bodybuilding, if our goal is building muscle, hypertrophy-centric focused training, what we do in the workout is contract muscles. So our warm-up should be putting us in a position where we could get the most out of those contractions. All right, guys, really hope you enjoyed that video. Really hope that it maybe provided a different level insight on some of the things that you should be doing before your workout. If it did, guys, do us two favors. First off, like this video, make sure to subscribe because we are dropping multiple videos every single week. But if you're looking for more information about how to build your greatest body, if you're looking for more information about how to maybe work through and shatter through some of those plateaus in your training, I have a free gift for you here today. What we've done is I partnered with Critical Bench and we put together a brand new free report. It's 3 tips to building lean muscle mass. All you got to do, guys, is click down there in the first pinned comment, hit that link down there, put your information in, we'll send the report over to you guys right away. But if you've been struggling to maybe shatter through plateaus, if you've been training for a year, maybe 2 years, and you kind of felt like you've reached the top max of your potential, these tips, these strategies, these insights are gonna help you shatter through all that, build more muscle, build a lean, strong, muscular, aesthetic physique. So 3 tips of building lean muscle mass. First link down there in the first pinned comment. But Frank Rich from Critical Bench Compound. We'll see you guys in the next video.